dare defy me?
Absolutely. Go get him, Frank.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! You want me to go up against him? He's gonna kill me!
What's going on, guys? It's your boy BW Cool, and I bring you some more Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite ranked gameplay. Today, I want to talk about the meta of the game so far. The last time we talked about the stones. Today I want to talk about how much we've discovered and how much the game has progressed in about a week and a half already. And some of the matches today you'll see I play against some like top players. I think right now you'll see some Joey D gameplay. Later on you'll see I fight against FChamp through ranked, and I've been trying out this new team that I want to play, which is Jetta Ultron. I want to find a team more synergized for Frank, but right now I'm really loving Ultron. He reminds me a lot of Magneto. It's really fun how he can get in and how it's just really strong right now. And it's just, again, like I said, we're talking about the meta, and again, Ultron is one of the characters you're going to see more often, if not so a lot more, because like I said, he plays like the new Magneto. He has a lot of tools. His buttons are really good. They have a lot of priority, and he could just honestly be put on a lot of teams because of the pressure he applies when he's played very well. Another character that's, you know, changing the meta of this game is Dormammu. As you guys have seen in SCR, you know, FChamp again, he took the tournament. Just everything about Dormammu in this game just makes it hella crazy. The fact that he has so much options available to him with the dark hole and the pillars and the spells to make bed of thorns, and even just allowing himself to be able to activate it, tag out, and then have another opponent apply pressure or activate bed of thorns followed by stalking flare, and then just have you in block stun. It makes it really hard to be able to do anything about it, because you're just sitting there and you pretty much have to take it. You really can't do anything about it. It'll help you level up your blocking, but it just, you know, eventually you will get opened up. Nobody is a computer. Nobody will be able to block everything that, you know, is thrown out there. So again, I just feel like Dormammu is just a really strong character. Abused with the Space Stone, you're not going to be able to get out. If you're lucky enough, you'll survive through it, and then you'll have a character with like 10%. It's really crazy. Another character that's strong in the meta right now is just Zero as well. I don't think we've seen too many of Zeros on stream. I don't think I have. The only Zeros I've played so far were the DMV locals like PZ Poi, Meep. And so far, what I've learned from fighting them is they're still the same character. If anything, just as bad, just as abusable, very strong, very hard to really kind of find an opening because of just the amount of handekis and buster shots and like his new attack rush, like the ice attack thing he does. It's really hard to really get in. Combine that with characters like Strider or Doctor Strange that'll keep you locked down or keep you guessing left, right, or high, low. It can be really abusive. Another character that's seen on a lot of teams, again, Dante is another character that I feel got buffed a little bit. You can convert off of anything, I feel, with Dante. He can do Twister, Super Jump. He'll do like an air string combo into Hammer. You land, you get a full combo. And it can lead into resets, or depending on your team, it can either kill or just it makes it hard to fight back against him because of all the tools that he has and how much pressure he can apply with his air gunshots, or even his like. Actually, I don't think his sword can cross up as good as before compared to his air heavy kick. I think it's the gunshot move. It's just an instant overhead. It's really fast, and it leads you to guessing high lows a lot with him. And combined with the right team, again, he could if you use like Mind Stone, for example, he could lock you down. Then you have to guess. You have to take the guess whether it's a high or low. So yeah, I feel Dante's also making this game evolve faster, because if you put him with the right team, again, like Dante Dormammu, you know, Richard Wynn's team, another strong team that just you have to block, you have to take the guess, alongside other characters that I feel are strong as well. Gomorrah is another one. Gomorrah, her gunshots, I feel, are just really strong in this game. I feel like they haven't really play tested the game very well, because you have characters that you can reflect their projectiles. Certain projectiles you can't, like beams, like Unibeam and stuff like that, but you can reflect Hadoukens or like Kikokens and like Handekis and shit like that. But Gomorrah's guns are irreflectable, and you pretty much get put in block stun. If you push block it, it gives her more frame advantage, and she can keep pressuring you. And there's not a whole lot some characters can do unless they have like a flight or just something of another means to get in, because if you try to reality stone her, she'll blow right through that. And not too many characters have a lot of tools to deal with it, because it's just how much pressure she applies, on top of adding say an Ultron or another character that can just help you get in, you know. I just think Gomorrah is something that they really need to, I'm not saying you gotta nerf these characters, but I think this is another character that can help this metagame move faster, because, you know, in Ultimate we had like Virgil, Morrigan, Dr. Doom, you know, characters like that. Gomorrah, I feel like she has the potential to be really strong if played at a high level and they keep discovering stuff with her, because as far as I know, her guns are really strong and they can even go through supers. Pretty crazy. And another type of character, I put them in a category, it's the small characters. Characters like Arthur, Firebrand, especially Rocket Raccoon, and maybe even like characters like Strider or Zero. They might be considered small characters, and even Spider-Man. Characters like that are small and kind of hard to hit, make it so characters like that, you have to adjust your combos, because it's a different game. It was a little bit easier to kind of adjust in Ultimate, but I feel in this game, since it's a little different, it's hard to do your combos on them. And even if you land the hit, characters like I said, like Rocket Raccoon, they'll have like a trap out there or something to protect them from getting hit and getting yourself started on them. And I feel like those types of characters combined with like Space Stone or even like a Time Stone, they can just zone you and keep you out until they want you to come in and make the mistake first. I feel like that can also make the metagame move faster as far as people using cheap teams. I saw Wednesday Night Fight, somebody with Rocket Raccoon did, they threw the trap, the super trap, and kept abusing Space Stone, and they kept reeling them in closer as they tried to run away, and they got lured into the trap, and you have to either block or you get hit. So again, little characters like that, you can't really, you know, even lane back. Like you can't like throw a beam at them because of just how good it is, or how small they are, excuse me. I've noticed I can't even use Ultron's beam unless you get close, and when you get close, you're gonna get hit because of how small they are. Back to what I was talking about as far as categories go, other characters that I feel can also help speed this up and change it would be characters that can lane, or that have good distance of not putting yourself in bad situations. Characters like, for example, Hawkeye, they can lane you out from afar, they can prevent you from getting in. Characters like Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider has the standing H punch, which is, I think, like he just whips you, and like, you know, because it's an easier game, you'll get so much mileage off of that, and it's like no risk to throwing it out there unless you get punished for it. Another character that can fit in this category could be characters like Jeddah, or even like Mega Man, because they can throw out the Buster, or they can throw out a long, like, full screen hitting move, and they can confirm off of it. Especially characters like Doctor Strange and Strider, especially because, you know, I don't know if you guys seen this cool combo with Strider. It's so sick. If you get hit with a full screen Graham, which is the little slicing move he does, you can do that into Satellite up to like 4 or 5 times, and you can't get out unless you hard tag out. And characters like Strange, again, you'll get a full screen confirm with like bolts, and then you teleport, again, a whole combo. Characters like that I can see grow exponentially as time goes on and we find more abusive tools. I don't know, I feel like that's another thing to look out for as far as the game evolving. And the last set of characters that I want to talk about would be Grapplers. There's not too many Grapplers in the game other than maybe considered Hulk, Thor, Hager, and maybe Nemesis. I guess you could split Spencer in there, but not so much. But yeah, characters like that, and actually even Thanos, you know, characters like that I can feel also change the game up because, for example, like the runner-up Sack Tap at SCR, there was a situation I saw he did. I think he tried to go for a command throw on the ground with Nemesis, but because it whiffed, he activated Super to keep himself safe, and you know the opponent was forced to block, but he wanted to get out of the situation. So once he tried to jump, he tagged in Hager and then went for the air grab, the air command throw grab, and you know he got bodied for it. You know, it's little things like that those types of characters also can open you up by layering stuff out there and making you guess whether or not you want to jump or not, or you want to sit there. You know, it's just little things like that that can help the game evolve, because I feel like where we are right now, every character can be viable, but then again, there's always going to be a minimum, like a top few characters that will be considered the best. I feel like that's always going to be a thing. But in this game, I feel like everybody does have a fair chance because they took away X Factor. So if you make the mistake, that's your fault. The game is very rewarding when you make right decisions and you play it out. And the last thing that I want to touch base on would be the tag mechanic. How the tag mechanic and your stones change the game up entirely. When you get a stray hit, what people need to know right now is no matter what, do not spend your meter if you get the first hit or if it's not a confirmed kill. So if you have your, you landed your hit and you comboed, you do your combo, then you tag, your other character extends the combo and ends it with a hard knockdown, or before you end it with a hard knockdown, do not spend the meter. Do not waste your meter on something like that. Yeah, you get the damage, but if it doesn't kill, what are you really getting out of it? You're not getting a whole lot. You lost a bar, now the neutral is reset. Say I go in and I hit you, and I start doing my combo, and I lead you into a hard knockdown, into a nasty reset. Now you have to block, or if you don't, if you had the meter, you would have already had 2 bars to kind of tag yourself out before getting into that situation, or blocking that and getting yourself out of that situation. You see what I mean? It's always best to spend, to save the meter rather than spend it. The only time I've ever tried to spend the meter is if I know if it's gonna kill, or if I have a happy birthday, or I know I have at least 3 or 4 bars, so I still have at least 2 to hard tag out in case myself gets, or in case like my character, gets hit and I don't want him to die. In this game, it's become so tag based that you want to keep both characters alive, because if you only have one character, there's just not a whole lot one character can do. You can't do anything. It just makes it so, it puts you at a super disadvantage, and you never want to be in that situation ever. And the last thing with the tag mechanic, some people are starting to understand that you can't, say for example, if you're facing one direction, you're on player 2 side, and the character on player 1 side crossed over your head but tagged out, the character will always come behind the teammate no matter what. Will always come behind them in the opposite direction, obviously, if they're facing one side. So you'll see it done a few times here with my Ultron, and they get caught because they got caught blocking the wrong way, because they think, oh, he's behind me, I need to turn around and block the opposite direction, but then I tag out, and then they get hit with the incoming tag hit. That's a thing now. So I feel like it makes it really dumb almost, because they come in with that hit. It's best to just block. You can grab it on incoming if you're like nice with it. You have to like really hit that grab at the right moment, because if not, If you try to punish it, or you're not looking or blocking the right way, you're gonna get hit and it leads into a full combo. That's pretty much the only thing I wanted to talk about to end the conversation. Some people also don't know about up back in this game. You can't up back, you just gotta block back or low, because if you try to jump, you're gonna get hit. I know some of my friends didn't know about that. I personally didn't know about that until the Xanadu monthly. And my ass got caught up backing and I got hit, and I'm like, what the hell, I'm blocking, how did I get hit? It's because when you jump, there's a few frames where you can get hit, so you just gotta sit there and kind of take it. Again, with the whole metagame, you get put in block stun. I mean, you just gotta sit there and block high-low. It's really nasty, because it's a lot more easier overall as the system is. But I feel like top players and good players can abuse that and make it so that you have to kind of guess what's going to happen next, because the way it is, because they made it so easy, a lot of the good players are going to be a lot better now, because it doesn't take a whole lot to work for it. But at the same time, you have to make the right decision, you know? So it's just something to think about. I'll leave you with the rest of the clip. Again, this is BW Cool. If you have any questions, please let me know. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It helps my channel grow a lot, and I appreciate everybody that's been talking to me in the comments. I love you guys. Thank you so much. This is BW Cool signing off. Peace.
No need for the traffic to play. Reaper, create this hold the danger. Stay grounded. Reaper, create this hold. Stay grounded. Reaper. I will teach you trophy what's wrong. Create this hold. Ghost playground is over. Yes! I am the summit of perfection in this universe.